Welcome back to another action figure review. In this review, we're going to be taking a look at another officially licensed product from Warhammer 40k, manufactured by Joytoy. This is the Vanguard Space Marines Ultramarines Infiltrator brother Ruban. The Infiltrators are manufactured and released in individual blind boxes, so if you don't buy the 4-pack of figures, there's no guarantee that you're going to get every figure if you buy them individually. So this is basically the blind box that you see in front of you. It just has a silhouette with a question mark in the center. You don't know what you get. As you can see down at the bottom, it says unbox and find which one you get among 4 styles. 12 centimeters action figures with articulated joints, which is 1/18 scale. They do show the 4 variations on the back that you can get. Pretty nice to show you that, at least. Not much to see besides the different possibilities of the 4 different characters. And this one, I do have brother Ruban, so he looks pretty cool. There's the top of the box, just a Warhammer 40k logo. Bottom of the box is the same. This side of the box has company information, a product statement, warnings. These are for not for children under the age of 3. This product is not a toy. It's adult collectible, recommended for 17 and up, which I fully recommend that. There's a UPC, but if you live in the United States, it really doesn't do you any good. So let's check out the other side. And here's the other side. You got the Warhammer logo and a copyright statement there, if you want to pause and read that. Each one of the figures come with a collector's card. This is the front. Here's the back of it. Fortunately, it's in Chinese. We can't read it. This is how the figure and accessories are packaged on the inside. It has the figure in the center and all the accessories surrounding him. Very nicely packaged. Okay, here's brother Ruban right out of the packaging. He looks fantastic. Looks really menacing. I do like the way he comes across as like this really cool Marine, like a tech Marine you don't want to mess with. Let's go ahead and start taking a close look at the figure itself. The head sculpt is awesome. We do have 2 antennas, a different lens on the side of his head, or his helmet. That helmet is just incredible. I mean, it's just a lot of blue and some gunmetal, but it's so menacing. Very nice. Very, very, very cool. These are actually pretty stiff. You don't have to worry about those things bending out of shape too much. It's got a little bend to it there, but it's natural out of the packaging, but it looks really, really realistic. So cool. Here he has his red eyes, his respirator, very, very nice. Red eyes. He has this really cool skull and crossbones on his chest. They're gold. We have an arrow up with the Roman numeral number 5 on it. Then we have the upside down like ohm symbol on his other pad with the gold trim. We have this skull piece here on his belt. Only some brass knuckles maybe. That looks really cool. On this arm we do have a red dot there, maybe some kind of communication device or something like that. But on this arm is amazingly detailed. We have a computer system. We have some red, black, yellow, silver, and gunmetal. All kind of colors there to bring out the detailing. That's amazing. And then attached to that, I guess for power maybe, we have an attachment here. We have a yellow wire with some black stripes. It goes to the back. It's attached to under his basic shoulder pad there. That's not connected to this piece. So that's really good. So at least that, the flow. This leg's is pretty much all blue armor. We do have another skull and a diamond white waterside decal. I'm assuming that's what that is. It's really cool. Then we have that black tubing underneath for his basic layer clothing. So cool for this one. I like this one a lot. It's a 360 look at him. Does have that flap on the backside still. Another couple angles so we can see all the features and how amazing this figure turned out. There's 2 holes in his back because his backpack has a 2-peg system. Two peg holes in his feet. Looks fantastic. So let's still take a look at the articulation of Brother Ruban. His head is on a ball joint. He does look down. More back to stationary. Too much of an up because the helmet does hit the back piece here of this half circle. Rotates, you know. Oh yeah, it looks like all the way around 360, but then notice on the back here also there's like a yellow dot and a little piece here that maybe like, it looks like it's kind of drilled out a little bit. Very nice. Not too much side to side. He has a lot going on the helmet. The shoulder pads are free flowing. You can pull them out a little bit on both sides, and then they can move back and forth like this on both sides. And then it can go down. So it kind of helps you move. They move on independently so the arms can move a little better. You can get a little better range. But they don't go up a whole lot because this piece does hit that one. So that's about all the extent of the raising of the arms. If you want to go straight out. Now obviously you rotate 360 like this so you can't get them to come out. And we have the bendable elbows, which I believe are double jointed. They are double jointed. So you get that amazing more than 90-degree bend. Even on the arm that has the tubing here, you get more 90 degrees because of that angle and the way they thought out this hose that fits on the back of the arm right there. Very nicely done. He does have a chest articulation. He can go side to side. He can go freaking lean forward, back. He has a waist swivel, very fluent. He can do a split to about that much until the armor starts hindering the to the belt. This way, pretty good. Then we have a double jointed knee, very nice. We do have thigh swivels, which is great. The feet do pivot down. They are quite large. A little more to the stationary position. 360 all the way around. Get to side. And then we do have that too. Articulation up. Which is really nice. This is an amazing figure. This is going to become one of my favorites. Just because once you guys see the loadout of this guy, you're going to be like, wow, he looks amazing. He's definitely going to come across as like the tech marine, especially with this this system here already, without any of the accessories to enhance his overall aesthetics. So let's start taking a look at some of those accessories. So we have his jetpack, backpack, whatever you want to call it, but on this one we do have more antennas for a broader range maybe of transmission. You have the red and black dots there. We do have these vents that are gunmetal. They are articulated 360 all the way around. And we do have some small vents here, some detailing here, cylinder here on the back. You might have noticed this little peg here. Then we have these two little pinholes, not holes, but posts that go into the pinholes on the back of his armor. You can see a lot of the aesthetics and sculpting there. It looks really great. But this piece here has a radar post. So it's done like in gunmetal color. Looks really cool. Let's see here. So basically you can put this wherever you want. To get it on, you can rotate. It's kind of stiff. wouldn't recommend rotating it too much. You're going to wear out the plastic in the hole and make your diameter like more looser. So if I was you, I'd try to position it where you would want it. I'm not sure how well it fits with him facing frontwards. We will check that out now. So you want to be very careful with these, because once you put them on, they're kind of tough to get off. And I've heard a lot of collectors are breaking the post and they're stuck in their back. So we want to be very careful. That is one of the pieces you want to always monitor when you're removing your gear, just so you don't break your figure. So it kind of sits sideways there. So maybe turn it a little bit. It's really stiff. Maybe like a sideways look. You can always do it towards the back if you would like, to give it a different appearance. Obviously, it probably would look best towards the front if you're going to, have him. But the one's back subtly disc here gets in the way of that antenna, so it's got to send it kind of like an angle like that. But it really sets him off, man. He has got a lot of, transmissibility and receiving data or transmissions. He's a full loadout, man, especially even with this on there. He looks amazing. Absolutely amazing. Alright, so let's start looking at some of his armaments. We do have a pistol inside of a pistol case here. It's a silver handle. There is definitely some trim here, because it's like a flat black case, but there's to bring out the edging and some of the details. Looks really cool. This is not removable here, so, and you really pretty much, unless you want it reverse style on the other leg, you pretty much have to put it on this leg here to make it look, somewhat posable. You can really load this Marine out. He's incredible. He has a ton of accessories. So I'm going to go ahead and remove this for a second, because we're going to take a look at another one of those here. So he comes with one that's not, has any pistol inside. So here's a comparison. Basically the same one, just doesn't have the handle for the pistol, because you get the pistol outside. If they would have made this, it would have been massive, and it probably would have been out of proportion. So they went with a alternative. This is very cool. We have a silver and like a dingy metal. Pretty nice sculpting. We have drilled out barrel. There's a hole through the side. This looks incredible. So then you can take, if you want to arm him with a pistol, you swap out this one to give the illusion that you have, an empty pistol case here on his leg. And the hands receive these weapons like they were made to receive them. Pretty nice. I think we may have forgot to talk about the overall wrist articulation. So much articulation in these figures, sometimes you miss something, but they're on this ball that goes around. So you can get, there's the ball. Now that's what I'm talking about. I was off-centered, so I'd always talk about knowing your limits of your articulation. So it goes like that, down, in, out. So that's a good example there for you. And then that amazing articulation for the wrist and the elbow to complement each other, just to make, you can get some pretty deep range poses for his weapons. Looks very, very cool. Now, like I said, if you wanted to have two pistols, you'd have to, it's going to be reversed on this side, but you have that option. Almost like a gunslinger maybe. But for this guy, I don't think that really works out very well, because he does come across as a tech marine. So he's very, very cool. Very nice. So I'm going to go ahead and remove that because we still have to look at his assault rifle here in a bit. Well, we could leave that on for a second because we're going to take a look at one more accessory for his loadout. He has, this is a new one I haven't seen yet, this new part. It's 4 pouches all sculpted together, and they kind of like it at an angle, like a V angle a little bit. So it'll go around his leg very nicely. So you can put this on either side of your legs, but that's what that would look like. So if he was loaded out like this, this is what he would look like. Now, of course, if you want to use his large machine gun, we have to remove his pistol from his hand. And if you want the overall pistol look to have him fully loaded out, you're going to have to swap this piece on. And then he would look amazing. We have a pistol put away, all of our gear. And let's take a look at his assault rifle. Well, I think it's called a bolt gun, maybe? This thing looks fantastic. We have the same colors as the pistol, they match. That's nice. I got brighter silver here, more of a gunmetal, dingier metal top, drilled out barrel, red lenses. We have the side drill. We have a piece here and here. It looks like you could add some type of strap if you would like. We have the, side this. It doesn't actually side back, but that's what you would side it back to cock the gun to actually load around probably into the chamber. And look at those clips. You can actually see the shells inside. They're actually gold. Love the sculpt work on this. If I'm not mistaken, yep, these ones come out. Be very careful. These can definitely be lost easily. It's a small piece. But if you have it into his bottom of his weapon here, it's in there really good. It's not going to fall unless you use some serious force to get it out. Okay, let's see. Most of these Marines that we've done in the past, they accept their weapons very nicely. Without much of an effort. He is fully loaded out and trying to get it without knocking anything else off here. So I'm not putting a lot of effort. There you go. See, he loads out. He holds those guns. And his hands receive these weapons perfectly. Trigger finger in the guard, just like the pistol. Looks crazy. So for articulation, oh, see, I did that range thing again. I was out of position because then the elbows are a little stiffer than the wrist. You can get that deep bend on him. He looks incredible. And the weapon is quite large, but the tolerances on this guy and all the Marines so far I've ever did reviews for, they can hold that weight. No problem. And since the feet are such a larger manufactured part, they help the stability of the figure. So it doesn't get like heavy because if the weapon's too far out, too far back. The loadout on the backpack is quite large. It doesn't fall over. So it's like, nothing's perfect, but I mean, you can just put the best you can get for tall and balance. Really nice. Then we can bend that elbow, bring it across his chest. And then we can get him to hold it both hands if I can get his wrist to turn. I guess you could get it a little better if you wanted to, but if you tweaked it, very nice. So that'd be him fully loaded out if without, the pistol option of being in his hand. That looks like one scary tech Marine. Don't want to mess with this guy. Alright, so the last 4 things is 2 different sets of hands. Let's take a look at those. I'll be right back. Okay, these are an opened gripping hands. If you wanted a different style of look or grip, those hands, they come all the pre-installed, they look and work fantastically on those. And then you get the little tighter ones. I think these ones more were for the knives, which Ruban here does not have. This came with the Ultramarines, but I think these are the same hands you get, but they're pretty much closed here. You just slide down through. So I'm not sure, unless you gave him a knife from something else, if you actually even use those. I highly recommend these. These things are fantastic. They keep getting more and more amazing. They're not cheap figures. These are definitely collectibles. You know, they're for a 5-pack from China. You're looking about $110 plus shipping. I know these go for about $150 in the US plus tax and shipping also. So that's for a set of 4. The only way I've seen them, and you can buy them individually in the US, is off of like eBay, for example, which you're going to pay, you know, probably you could get more than one for the price that you're going to pay for just one of these guys. They're very, very awesome. I do highly recommend them. Great quality plastic. You don't even have to be a Warhammer fan to appreciate how awesome these things are. I hope you guys enjoyed this review. If you did, don't forget to subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. Help out the channel. If you like this figure, don't forget to hit that thumbs up for me. Comment down below. Share the video with all your fellow friends and collectors. Check out, I have all my reviews up for the incursors, if you want to check those out. And thanks for watching, and we'll see you in our next review.